Welcome everyone to this video about the psychology of colors in the TV series The Idol, and more specifically in the character of Jocelyn Joss, starring by Lily Rose Depp. You can see her on screen. Spoiler alert, I've watched the 3 first episodes of The Idol and I'm gonna analyze Jocelyn and her past, her traumas. So please, if you haven't watched The Idol, don't watch this video, please, because it contains a lot of spoilers. Why center this video about the character of Jocelyn, the character of Lily Rose Depp? Well, it's better when Wendy explains you.
She's got a point. She's an icon. She's a legend. And she is the moment. Now, come on now.
Now, in all seriousness, we are centered this video because obviously Jocelyn, the character of Lily Rose Depp, is the main character. She's the star of the show. I'm gonna be honest, before starting watching the show, I had a lot of doubts about Lily Rose Depp being the main character because I consider her a Nepo baby because her parents are Johnny Depp and Vanessa Paradis. But actually, after 3 episodes, she totally does it at point. And after that 4th episode, when she has the dissociation and she starts to call her mom, that scene is totally heartbreaking. Well done, Lily Rose Depp. Also, there is a lot of polemic about the origin of this character of Jocelyn, because a lot of people is saying is based about Britney Spears, which I think is confirmed. But a lot of people, after watching 2-3 episodes, they have seen a lot of parallelisms and similarities with Selena Gómez. If you are asking why people is starting to see similarities, is because The Weeknd, the co-starring of this show, was dating with Selena Gómez 7 years ago, for almost 1 year or more than 1 year. You can see them now on screen on the Met Gala of 2015, I think. And also The Weeknd, Abel Tesfaye, is the co-creator and the co-writer of this TV show. A lot of people might think, these are rumors, or maybe even a publicity stunt to get The Idol more views, more polemic, because, more polemic, more views. But to be honest, I think it's real because I follow Selena's career since practically 10 years ago. I follow The Weeknd's career, also, and I totally see it. In that scene, you can see on screen of that photo shoot, you can see Jocelyn with a wristband from the hospital, the same as Selena Gómez photo shoot for her album Rare, if I am not wrong. We can see on screen the photo shoot I was talking about is for the video clip and the single cover Bad Liar from the album Rare. And we can see the similarities. And also the debate about romanticizing mental health is the debate they have in the first episode of The Idol. We got on screen one of the news about the possibility of Jocelyn being based on Selena Gómez from Papa Bass. The title says, I'm reading, The Weeknd called out over weird Selena Gómez references in The Idol. And the news is from the 5th of June, so I think it's pretty obvious. And there is another one from Daily Dot. I'm reading the title. It's almost unsettling. Why fans think The Idol is about Selena Gómez. I keep reading the news. In the few weeks since its premiere, HBO and Sam Levinson's The Idol has become the internet's favorite show to hate. I totally understand it because the show speaks a lot about very important topics in a very frivolous way. So yes, it's not good because the target audience is young people, teens and preteens, and watching these shows could be very damaging. Now it's time to go back to the main topic of this video, and it's about the psychology of colors in the Idol, in this case in the outfits of Jocelyn. Why we know the colors of the outfit in the Idol is not only colors? Because if you have watched Euphoria, the previous huge hit of Sam Levinson's, they play with the colors. The colors, they have a role in the different characters of the show. In the case of Euphoria, not only in the outfits, also in the photography. I won't explain you because you have to watch it only if you are more than 18 years old and if you are mentally prepared, because Euphoria is a very hard, really hard show. This is my humble opinion and observation. I really think the cinematographer of Euphoria or the team of Euphoria base their use of colors in Euphoria in this movie, in 13. I recommend you as well this movie, but please, if you are mentally strong, because it's a really tough film about teens, and there are several scenes really hard, but it's a really good movie. Actually, one of the co-writers is Nikki Red. So any good movie, any good TV series, they will create a role for the color of the cinematography and the color of the outfits. In a very good movie, in a very good, you can see on screen really good analysis and video essays in YouTube about the use of the colors in Euphoria. Please go and check these videos because they are really amazing. Again, like I was saying, in a good film, in a good TV series, the cinematography, the outfits, the colors they use on them, they won't be only colors by use them randomly. No, never. Because there is a thing called theory of color. I will explain a little bit later on this video. And you can see in a lot of TV series, films. I can tell you several right now. For example, like I was saying before, the movie 13, the movie Moonlight, the cinematography of Moonlight, the film is extraordinary. Again, another very recommended video on YouTube, The Lighting with Color, Euphoria. Please check these videos if you like photography, if you like the use of colors. If you like makeup, because also as well how they use the makeup on cinemas and in TV series is all linked. The colors, they tell you even a message the character they can't express. Maybe the character is really depressed. They can't express how sad they are, but they express this through the outfits or even through the makeup. So that's why it's so important, this type of details. At least in, like I was saying, in very good films and very good TV series. Again, another video, colors in Euphoria. Please go and check these videos. And in case, another video so good analyzing the outfits in Euphoria. Please go and check, because they says creators here in YouTube they are totally amazing. So please check. So in case in Euphoria and in the case in the Idol, the outfits, the color of the outfits, the makeup, the color of the cinematography are telling you things. They have a role. And why the color is so important, I will explain now why. As you probably may know, in art, the colors express emotions and feelings. And now in the postmodern era we live in, even in, for example, in marketing, they use the colors to create an emotion in you, practically to buy more of their products in the industry. I can make a video of this, but if you check the colors of the different logos of different companies, they have a meaning, and you can see on screen the psychology of colors. We can see a round chart, and let's read practically the main colors of Jocelyn in the Idol. I have watched only 3 episodes, but the main color Jocelyn used in the Idol is red. And we can read, red is excitement, adventure, strength, energy, passion, love, and action. I know it's not a color, but black is, I think, is the second color just used the most in the three first episodes. Well, we will be speaking about the black, but for example, the blue is very important in that first episode when she met Thedros, the character of The Weeknd. I think one of the most hated characters the last 10 years on TV, probably, yes. When Josh meets Thedros in the club, she wears a sheer dress in a light blue, and we read the blue. It means success, trust, power, confidence, purpose, and security. It's really telling. She wears a light blue color, and after meeting Thedros, all these amazing things the light blue represents, they go to the bin. Another color that is very important in the TV series is pink. In that totally devastating episode, when Jocelyn record the video clip for her new single, and she has an episode of dissociation, and she's calling her mom. She wears a pink outfit, and the pink represents, let's see if I can read, creativity, femininity, respect, gratitude. I will go into detail later on in the video. And another color really important, because in that episode is actually very sexual. When she wears that kind of swimsuit, the top is orange and the bottom is black. What orange represents? Let's see if I can read it. The orange represents original, youth, pleasure, enthusiasm, freedom, emotion, and optimism. Yeah, you can tell by the episode. Yeah, yeah. We keep reading the psychology of color design. Red represents anger, passion, danger. Orange, impulsive, urgent, fun. Then the black one, because in the previous photography, because black is not a color actually. What black represents? Sophistication, power, and elegance. In this case, we don't have pink, but we have blue, loyal, trustworthy, stability. And the white is not a color, but represents purity, innocence, and cleanliness. You can see on screen another chart, and as I was speaking, you can see the colors, what they mean, and different companies, different logos, industry, and their meaning. For example, let's see. McDonald's and IKEA, their main color is yellow, and yellow represents hope, creativity, let me check, cheerful, fun, and of course the vibrant colors, they will attract more people than colors like blue or violet, because they are vibrant and your attention will be more focused if the color is red, orange, and yellow. Please rotate your device because we are going to read very briefly a research about the color psychology. I'm reading Color Psychology, the 4 primary colors. This is a study by Nicholas C. Hill, and I am reading the study. In color psychology, red, yellow, blue, and green are considered as the primary colors. These colors represent body, emotion, mind, and the essential interdependence and harmony between these 3 elements respectively. I am keeping reading the same study, but now the red color, because Jocelyn uses the red color practically in every episode, or at least in the very first 3 episodes. I'm reading Red in Color Psychology. Red, with its extended wavelength, is considered a strong color, hence its association with physical aptitude. Although it is not the most vibrant of colors, red has the capacity to seem closer to a particular observer than it actually is, therefore scoring high when it comes to attention attraction. I'm keeping reading the same article, the same study, and now explains why what I'm going to read explains why they use so much the red color in cinema and TV series, even they overuse. I am reading why the red color is used, even overused in cinema and TV series. I'm reading. Red has the capacity to trigger physical responses from human beings, and this is the reason why it has been employed to serve utilitarian purposes like the traffic light signal for stop. And keep reading. This color is also deemed masculine and is said to awaken a person's fight or flight instinct. We can see this in the idol actually. Some of red's positive attributes include augmented sense of enthusiasm, warmth, and energy. The less favorable attributes are stress, hostility, and insubordination. These attributes are linked as well with yours in the idol. Now let's go into the real analysis of the scenes in the idol. The very really first scene we see Jocelyn is this scene, this shooting, wearing this red gown, red with little details of black, in which you can see on the table medicines. We can see the wristband from the hospital. Well, no, actually, she came out from rehab, I think, weeks before this shooting, so we can tell Jocelyn is not okay. We know Josh has been in rehab because sadly she has lost her mom. But she kept going with her role of superstar. We can tell even she's having a facade of strong person, and we are seeing on screen. And let's read more into the red color. Red, the color of passion and energy. Red draws attention like no other color and radiates a strong and powerful energy that motivates us to take action. This is very important because it's like in the first episode, Jocelyn is like almost forcing herself to go back to work. I keep reading. Reddit is also linked to sexuality and stimulates deep and intimate passion. Yes, well, we can see on this first scene of the idol in this photo shoot, she wants to show her breast. It's totally illicit. Her breast. She wants to transmit a lot of her sexuality. She wants to transmit she's a free, a liberated woman. I keep reading. Red is used to warn and signal caution and danger. Maybe the theme of the idol overuse red color in Josh's outfits to foreshadowing what is going to happen with her. Maybe. Red symbolizes action, strength, energy, passion. We can clearly see this in Jocelyn in the first episodes. She wants to do photo shoots, the rehearsal for the video clip, party, when she meets Thedros on her place. Effects of red color: attention, motivates, stimulates, cautions. Positive: sexuality, courage, desire, confidence. It's like when she wears this red gown, she can feel courage and she pulls herself to do things. So that's why it's so important, that red gown. And negative: anger, danger, revenge, aggression. Yeah, danger. If you push yourself to do things, sometimes you will face consequences. And what is one consequences of this in Jocelyn? Meeting Thedros. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce his name, and I don't want to be honest. More meanings of the red color: positive: courage, drive, energy, determination, action, love, confidence, strength. See, you can see all these attributes in Jocelyn in the first episode with, I repeat, with that red gown. Red with a little bit of black. Negative: danger, lust, of course. We can see as well in that unfamous scene, I won't even explain. Violence, anger, dominance, in this case the opposite, alert, raised, stressed. Now we see three of the most representative scenes on which Joss wears red color. I even say when we see Joss in red outfits, we are not seeing the truly Jocelyn. We see the alter ego, the superstar, the sexual, the even over sexual Joss, but we are not seeing the truly Jocelyn. If you think about it, when we see Jocelyn in red outfits, it's normally when she's or working or with Cedros. So it's not when she's vulnerable. And also when she wears red color is when she is smoking a lot. I made a TikTok, and the most shocking thing for me in the series is not the sex scenes, the news scenes, the even romanticization of mental health, physical health, in this case, the fucking cancer, abuse of substances, not. Is the amount of cigarettes that Jocelyn in one episode, I think it's the first episode, the amount of cigarettes she smokes, knowing her mom died because of the fucking cancer 1 year before. For me, it's the most shocking thing in those 4 episodes I've watched. So my theory when Jocelyn wears red is when she's even pushing herself to go back to normal, to go back to business, to go back to her previous life before the death of her mom, which is not good because we can see clearly she's not well, she's unwell, she's recovering from the death of the most important person on her life, and we see this on that fourth or third episode, that heartbreaking episode. So as the episodes go by, the use of the red color in Jocelyn outfits decreases. So this is a good sign, a bad sign? I think it's a bad sign. Why I think it's a bad sign Jocelyn decreases in the use of red outfits? Because although maybe when she wears red outfits it's a facade of her alter ego, she forces herself to go back to normal, the more link she is and the more bond is with Cedros, what the heck his name is pronounced, the more she's under his spell. I mean, less red, more manipulated she is by Cedros. Now it's time to analyze this specific dress. It's a really light blue color sheer dress, and Joss wears this outfit when she meets Cedros, when she goes to the club with her friends. They are not friends, they are co-workers, but sadly she considers her team her family, her friends. Actually one of the first errors of Joss. Why this dress and its color is so important in Joss psychology? Let's read what blue represents. Blue color psychology represents productivity, stability, calmness, and sadness. Remember, she's wearing this dress when she goes out to a club with her friends, so maybe it's a representation of how she's feeling. Let's read more about blue. The color of trust and loyalty is very telling because she wears this color when she's hanging out with her so-called friends. See, I was telling you, colors are not simply colors in cinema and TV series. I keep reading. Blue has a calming and relaxing effect on our psyche that give us peace and make us feel confident and secure. So probably Jocelyn, when she goes out the horrible night she meets Cedros, probably she's feeling this way. Maybe she is fake, it's a fake confidence and a fake security, but at least she's trying to project this. I keep reading. The blue color dislikes confrontation and too much attention. Can you remember the scene when Jocelyn is dancing with Jenny? Jenny, the singer and dancer from the K-pop group Blackpink, and Cedros on the DJ booth sees her. And she and Cedros on the microphone, woo, we got I hate the way he speaks. We got Jocelyn in the house. And she is telling the person, no, please, like, leave me alone. I'm trying to enjoy the night with my friends, with my girlfriends. Leave me alone. No. He almost forces her to go to the spotlight. This specific night, she only wants to have fun with her friends in a private way, but no, Cedros focus all the club attentions to Jocelyn. So probably he got everything studied. Probably not, for sure. I keep reading. Blue. It is an honest, reliable, and responsible color, and you can always count on its support. So probably with the use of light blue color on this dress, the idol creators or even Josh is telling to the world she's a reliable person. You can trust her, and even you can count on her, which is bad because probably Cedros sees this on her, not in the outfit. He sees this on her, and obviously he takes advantage of this. I keep reading. Out of the blue is an expression in English, means to appear unexpectedly. And who appears unexpectedly in this episode? Cedros. I keep reading. Blue symbolizes security, trust, loyalty, responsible. Effects: protects, calms, relaxes, supports. Positive things: confidence, peace, honesty, and reliability. Negative: conservative, passive, depressed, predictable. In this case, it's the opposite. Now we are seeing the different colors, the different shadows of blue. Sky blue, optimism, serenity, trust. I think it's more the color Jocelyn used that night. Periwinkle, positive, lively, witty. Cobalt blue, electric, energetic, intellectual, cold, navy blue. So probably a mix between sky blue and periwinkle. I didn't know a periwinkle exists. But can you see the correlation and the link between the colors and what's going on with Jocelyn in the idol and what happened in the series? So we can see Jocelyn in the first minutes on that first episode, strong, okay, she's unwell because obviously she's still grieving this night, and this dress is very, very important on Jocelyn because we can see a drastically change on her. Very subtle, but a totally change, because the first episode we see Jocelyn going back to work, rehearsals, trying to face life while she's grieving the loss of her mom. And when she meets Theodros, you can see on the picture how he puts his arm on her. She's already under his jail because practically he created a type of symbolic jail once Theodros goes to live with her. So this night is even the more fall down of Josh. She was already unwell because again she's grieving the loss of her mom, but meeting Theodros, I don't wanna throw theories, but probably is her final destination. I hope not. Now is the turn of Pink. This scene of episode the third one, when she records the video clip for her new single, when she has that dissociation episode and when she starts to call her mom, probably is one of the hardest scenes I've watched in a TV series and even in a film, and I'm 35 years old. You can see how broken, how she misses her man, even though the relationship was bad, the mom was abusive towards Jocelyn, but even though she says, this is the first time I'm doing this without her, it's a really, really rough scene. If you sadly have lost a loved one or a relative, you can feel in all your soul the pain, the emotional and even the physical pain of Joss in that scene. It's really hard. So please, if you are grieving or if you recently have lost someone, I advise you to not watch this series because it can be triggering for your grieving process. So please don't watch this TV series unless you are recovering or in a healing process. Okay, I see this scene is terrible. How she totally breaks down is terrible. It's horrific. You feel really, really sad for Joss, and you can see she's unwell. She can't go back early to work. She can work. In this scene, she wears a pink outfit. So let's read what pink represents, because it's so linked with the loss of her mom. I'm reading Pink Color Psychology. Calmness, romance, kindness, nurturing. What a mom does. She nurtures you. Sorry if I am mispronouncing this, but it's very, very telling. They use the pink color when she has this dissociation episode and she calls her mom because she misses her so much. It's heartbreaking. Let's read more about the pink color. Pink association, unconditional love, compassion, nurturing, hope, girlies. When to use: calming, non-threatening, affectionate, caring, immature. So in this scene, after 3 episodes, we can see the truly Joss. Who is the truly Joss? Who is Joss? Joss is a superstar. Okay, but before that, she's a human being. She's a daughter. She's a human being who is suffering. She's grieving the loss of her mom only 1 year before. She saw her mom dying and she was with her during all the process of the fucking cancer. So it's not well. And it's very telling they use the pink color because this is the first time Jocelyn totally breaks down and we can see the real state of her mind. The real state of her mind is healing, not even healing, it's in the practically the first year of grieving, you are still in shock. But like I was explaining before, her team really don't care about her. They want her to go back to business for money. They only care about that. They don't really care about her mental state, her feelings, her emotions, nothing. Her money and her success. And that's why I consider The Idol a good TV series, because it's a brutal critique to music, film, Hollywood industry. And if you remember that scene on the dinner table when they have that dinner in a very cult family way, Thedros asked Jocelyn friends, okay, so where were you when Jocelyn man, she was abusing her physical? Well, I mean, and the Jocelyn friends tell Thedros, well, I mean, we couldn't do anything about it. And actually, Thedros has a good point. Basically, he's telling her friends, you don't really care about her. You only care about her money. That's it. Because she pays you. That's it. And actually, in this point, in this aspect, he is right. I keep reading about the pink color, the color of love and compassion. Pink is kind and comforting, full of sympathy and compassion, and makes us feel accepted. Its friendly, playful spirit calms and nurtures us, bringing joy and warmth into our lives. She is totally the opposite of what Joss feels in that scene when she's wearing the pink color. It's totally the opposite. I keep reading. Pink is also a feminine and intuitive color that is bursting with pure romance. An expression in English, in the pink, means being in good health. See? So with this pink outfit in that scene when Jocelyn is shooting the video clip, it's supposed she's feminine, is in good health, playful, calm. No, it's totally the opposite, and she totally breaks down. I keep reading. Pink symbolizes compassion, love, femininity, playfulness. Probably Jocelyn, when she has the dissociation episode, I think she faces the shocking reality. She needs compassion. She needs someone feels compassion to her. but the only thing she's feeling is pressure to go back to work. And I blame the team, of course. I keep reading effects of pink, sympathizes, calms, nurtures, comforts. See, I think when she breaks down, she sympathizes with herself. She realizes she's not well. I can do this, no, not anymore, but not right now. She even realizes positive, kindness, warmth, romance, intuition. Negative, emotional, of course, she has the dissociation episode, timid, immature, and confident. So she's is not only a random color used in this outfit. No, not at all. Let's go now into the orange color in that infamous scene in the fitting room with this outfit. I mean, it's half orange and half black, but let's center now in the orange color. Let's read about orange color, the color of enthusiasm, sorry if I am mispronounced that, and emotion. Orange exudes warmth and joy and is considered a fun color that provides emotional strength. It is optimistic and uplifting, adds spontaneity and positivity to life, and it encourages social communication and creativity. It is a youthful and energetic color. An expression in English, apples and oranges, means two unlike things. Funny, because the outfit is actually two-color outfit. I keep reading, symbolizes emotion, youth, optimism. I won't say again that word. Effects, encourages, uplifts, stimulates, communicate. Positive, spontaneity, creativity, warmth. Positive. Negative, exhibitionism, superficial, impatient, domination. It's curious because in this episode, that those sexual scenes, you can tell they have sex in a public area, in the fitting rooms and in the, I think it's a Cadillac. So, see, they don't use the colors in a random way. Orange color psychology, energy, attention, happiness. Why they use this outfit, you will see in a few seconds if you can't remember the episode. Why they use the orange color in this episode? It's easy. Why they use orange? We can see the outfit. And actually they use this outfit for the cover of the idol, because Josh really thinks the best thing that happens to her this year or after the loss of her mom is meeting Thedros. In this episode, if I am not wrong, Thedros is already living with Josh, and we can see how Josh is brainwashed by Thedros, because he thinks Thedros is a creative man, a very smart man, when is everything a lie. He's a manipulative man, even in a cultish way, because the entourage he has is a cult. So basically, the orange color in this episode symbolizes the honeymoon phase Jocelyn is living with Thedros on their relationship, the lie she's living, and probably the terrible consequences she will face, I think, within months. Now let's go into the black. It's not a color, but I must add it. I'm reading. In color psychology, black's color meaning is symbolic of mystery, power, elegance, and sophistication. In contrast, the color meaning can also evoke emotions such as sadness and anger. Many fashion retailers have used black in their logos. Black is also a popular color for text as it's an easy color to read. When is the episode in which the main color Jocelyn wears black? That episode when they have the dinner around the table. You will see within seconds the picture if you can recall the episode. And well, she also wears a little bit of black in the red gown we already see, and in the first rehearsal for the video clip of her new single. I am reading black. Black is created by the mixing of the primary colors of paint. Black is mostly associated with power, authority, dominance, sophistication, elegance, mysteriousness, the unknown, seduction, formality, rebelliousness, and signifying the end of things or death. Black is also a very versatile color that is often worn and suitable for many occasions. Black can make us feel strong, high status, or invisible. It can also be intimidating to others. Symbolizes power, mystery, authority, professionalism, positive, elegance, strength, seduction, sophistication. Negative, evil, loss, pessimism, nothingness. Influences, attraction, suppression, intimidation. I totally see the suppression, intimidation, nothingness, loss, evil in that scene around the table when the cult of Thedros with Jocelyn and her two of her friends. They're having a dinner, and at the end of the episode, she totally practically breaks her soul for Thedros, because he takes one of her traumatic experiences with her mom to do a ritual of healing using violence. Is totally sick. So Thedros uses the hairbrush the mom of Jocelyn used to abuse her to do the same. And what's the justification of this? Thedros says, well, it's a type of... No, he doesn't say this, but he sells to Jocelyn this type of ritual, a way of healing the trauma she has with her mom being an abusive person towards her. So in this scene, in my point of view, Jocelyn totally loses herself under the manipulation and the brainwashing of Thedros. And it's very telling, she's wearing like an almost funeral dress. Why using the black color in a so sexy, it's a sheer dress? You can see Jocelyn underwear, because the writers are telling us in the beginning of the scene, Joss is powerful, she's standing up herself, but at the end of that scene, she totally unalive herself in order to please Thedros. Can you see? It's a very sexy, you can see through the dress, but it's almost like a funeral type of dress. And practically after this scene, the hairbrush scene, totally sick and awful. I haven't watched the after episode, but for me, this is the end of Jocelyn's soul. In that scene, she totally loses herself to Theodros. It's so sad. It's the death of the truly Jocelyn, because she opens about her trauma with her mom, and Theodros uses it to manipulate her even more. Terrible. And finally, the white color, let's read. It symbolizes emptiness, innocence, cleanliness, peacefulness. Let's keep reading. White, the color of purity and innocence. White is a true balance of all colors. It is associated with cleanliness, simplicity, and perfection. It loves to make others feel good and provides hope and clarity by refreshing and purifying the mind. It also promotes open-mindedness and self-reflection. An expression in English is tell white lies, means seemingly harmless lies. Symbolizes purity, innocence, perfection, effects, refreshes, balances, purifies, simplifies. Positive, goodness, hope, clarity, openness. Negative, boring, cold, empty, and distant. And when in all these 4 episodes, Jocelyn wears a white outfit, when she gives the interview to the Vogue editor, the Vogue, and this scene is also really, really important. And why? And well, like I was saying before, again, she's smoking. Actually, it's a coping mechanism. When she feels stressed or anxious, she smokes. So it's very telling, because it's supposed in this interview, she's giving 2 versions. The version who is going to read everyone on the Vogue interview, and when she pauses the video recorder and she tells the truth to the Vogue editor, and as well the Vogue editor does the same. This means she's living a lie, like we were seeing before. White lies. White lies aren't, because she is not good. In the interview, in the official, not off the record, in the official interview, it will go in the magazine, she tells to the interview, to the journalist, yeah, I'm okay, well, of course, the loss of a relative is hard, but I'm back to work, blah, 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 blah. But when she pauses the video taping, she expressed in a very indirect way to the Vogue editor, she's not okay. And you can tell, because she's smoking a lot. It's a coping mechanism, because she's nervous, she's anxious about the interview, because she knows she's lying. And she's self-lying, because if she wouldn't be lying, she probably will go back to rehab. And she's forced to go back to business. So in this scene, we can clearly see Joss struggling, she's not okay, but she has to create this alter ego of strong woman. Yes, well, okay, I lost my mom, but I'm back to business with this super sexy single. Lies, all lies. Foolishness, like Dr. Abu on TikTok would say. Lies. By the way, follow him on TikTok, Dr. Abu. I will put his TikTok name on in the description box. So this scene is very important because we can see the reality in a very metaphoric way, not metaphoric, but indirect way, the reality of Jocelyn. Because in the first episode, she's back to business, she's giving a heck about that picture leaked to the media. You know what picture I'm talking about. I won't even say she's standing up for herself, but it's all a facade. It's all lies. She's not well, but again and again, she's forcing to go back to business by her team. Because Hank Azaria, her manager, manager, he tells her, we have to pay the bills. Well, this is a wrap. The video has been so long. I thought the video will be only 25 minutes. I will put timestamps. Thanks a lot for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe, comment, liking this video, sharing, and let's see you reading you in other videos. Please take care.